I went to bed early. I was only supposed to take a nap. I hate when that happens and then I fall asleep in my clothes. I haven't done that in a while. But it's Sunday, September 26th, 1:18 a.m. But I'm recording because I had a dream. I've been having a lot of dreams lately. I should look up the dreams from yesterday about the different colleges. Or this one was a particular college I'd never been at. And it was like, there was something coming. I think I said that, right? I was looking for someone. But there was something coming. Like the weather, like a storm was coming maybe. Something was coming. And I was trying to find someone, but I don't know who I was trying to find. And I lived on campus. It felt like, maybe. But anyways, so I spoke to a loved one yesterday, and this loved one has had dreams lately. Like, I've been trying to just support this loved one with understanding his purpose, because he's struggling in a lot of ways. And so one of the continued repeated themes in his life is dreaming about going to the restroom, dreaming about bathrooms. And I remember it used to be one of my common continued themes of going to the restroom, trying to go to the restroom, but then being exposed. So I would go into and it was always about being in the public, being in the public restroom, which I hated, because for a long time I hated going to the restroom in the public restroom. Number two, like I would hate going number two in a public restroom. And in my dreams, it was always in a public restroom. I would go in thinking I had privacy, but then there was always something that would happen that would create exposure. So either the cracks in the stalls were too wide that I could see, it's like I'm having a conversation with the person who's outside, or the toilet seat is like lifted all of a sudden higher than the stall so everyone can see me. And I remember I hated those dreams. And I hated those dreams. Not ever thinking that there might be some meaning behind it, right? But I remember that was a common thing. And so this loved one, and it was always in a public setting. Like for me, it was always, for the most part, in a public setting. So this loved one continues to have those types of dreams and continues to, like it's causing distress to the point where it's causing a lot of distress. So I found this really great website, and I'm gonna link it to this video when I post it. And for those of you who don't know how to access the description box, there's a little show more. Like if you allow, like if you see the video and then like you see, like you scroll down, there's a little area that says show more. It's usually in gray, and you move the cursor over, click on it, it opens up that window, and there's a description box there. So that's how you access that. That's how you access it. So I'm reading to this individual yesterday, right? This whole thing, and for me, it's also making sense because I used to have dreams about this. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense, right? This need, a lot of insecurity about myself and emotions and needing to purge. It's karmic energy, especially if it's like a repeated dream. Like it's like there's this intense karmic energy that I have to go through, right? Or at least this person had to go through. And realizing that so did I, because this used to be a common dream of mine. And so it was really interesting. So in my dream, I'm in this beautiful pink bathroom. It's large, and there's white tile, And I'm going number 2, and I'm happy-go-lucky going like I'm swinging my feet. Like I felt like a little girl because it was like this pink restroom. And even though I know I can touch the foot, like at the same time I couldn't. Like my feet were like a little girl in the restroom, where she can't touch the bottom of the feet. I'm just like singing, going. I'm happy, and I remember seeing toilet paper, cleaning myself, but then realizing I still gotta go, so I'm still going. And I'm happy about it. I'm just like, la la, right? So this beautiful pink restroom is huge, right? It's pink, it's pretty, it's got like some like wall frame stuff that I'm watching. And then there's like this one wall frame thing, or it's like a TV almost. But it's not, like it, and it's just happening right in front of me, of how else they use this room. and it's like a video is being played, but at the same time I'm watching it live. And it's this woman giving birth. She's giving birth, and it's a natural, it's like a one of those like in a little tub, like, but it's like a blow up tub thing, and she's there, and she's giving birth. It's not a challenging birth. It's just like she pushes, and here comes out the baby, and that's it. Like it's and everyone's happy, and there's no blood, not just very. There's no emotional like distress. It's just happening right in front of me as I'm going to the restroom for the second time. So that's what I remember. I remember scrubbing my feet. The need for me to scrub my feet. And I've been wanting to do that, like, just part of the pedicure, like I haven't done that, and so it's in the back of my head. I'm like, I need to like just make time for that self-care, right? To pamper myself in that way. And so in my dream, I'm doing that next in the restroom. And this new fire sign is waiting for me outside. He's waiting for me outside, but he's nervous. Like, not nervous, like there's a little bit of worry or insecurity, maybe. Not sure, like just not being sure. That's what I got from him. Like he was waiting for me. But there was a part of him that wasn't sure. Which is interesting. That's interesting. So anyways, so I'm looking up the stuff, right? I woke up, I was like, really? Okay. Let me look this sucker up. So, so it's clearly a spiritual, toilets, FYI, or spiritual meaning. And I'll include the link because this one actually goes through a lot of different possible scenarios with this toilet and the restroom and what's inside the toilet. So it really represents the need to get rid of waste, right? It represents your unique spiritual condition that is processing your karmic energy. Toilets are the vehicle to flush away that which isn't serving you. And then, so I had a dream with the toilet with poop, which was my poop, right? And it said, dreaming of a toilet. It wasn't filled. I mean, it was going to the restroom, so maybe that one doesn't really apply. But I did see toilet paper. And it says that I guess toilet paper represents the loose ends that need to be tied in order to finally move on. It represents the necessity of good communication. And so, for example, if you know you need to break up with a partner that doesn't make you happy, you can't just leave the relationship without telling them why. Facing the difficult situation head on and using good, healthy communication is the best way to move forward for both of you. So that stood out for the obvious reasons, right? There's a lot of things yet to be spoken. Yeah. So there's that. Then I found this other one. Wait, what was the other one? No, yeah, so it was really that, right? This need to cleanse. It's cleansing, really. It's cleansing. But it was just so funny in my dream because I'm like, I go to the restroom and I'm happy about it. And it's this big, beautiful pink, like it wasn't in public, which was interesting because I don't think I've ever had a dream where I'm in the restroom and I have my space and I'm happy about it. So it must mean, right, that what I've been doing has been helping me spiritually, right? I mentioned that on my birth chart, a lot of action is at the top part of my chart, which means it needs to be public. A lot of my healing, if you will, needs to be public. So I thought that was really interesting. And then when I looked up the dreaming about a pregnancy that is in my own consent, I'm not pregnant. It's about symbolizing a new birth of ideas or plans, new phase in your life about to begin. There could be a lot of changes in your life, so this dream is actually preparing you for what is yet to come in the near future. In most cases, dreams about giving birth have positive meaning, so they indicate that something good will happen soon. So don't worry. Sometimes this dream may also be a bad omen, so it may symbolize the beginning of a new fear or problem. But I didn't get any sensation that it was fearful of anything. It just looked beautiful, and it was so easy. And it was an easy birth for her. It was an easy birth for her, and they were happy. And I was, I didn't have any negative feelings about it at all. Like I used to. I remember I had a dream once about it, and I wrote it down. I need to find that notebook. But yeah. So there's that. And then when I look about the scrubbing of the foot, there's this feeling of needing to put myself first. Caring and loving nature. Dreaming about scrubbing is a message about your caring and loving nature. You have established yourself and deserve respect. Your creative abilities are still latent. This dream is a message for qualities that you need to accept or incorporate into your own self. It's preparing me psychologically for a new role. Another one says, express your need for more leisure time or your desires to escape. You're accepting aspects of yourself that you had previously rejected, but there may be something that is bothering or irritating you. Another one, and it was really more cracked heels than anything. It says, you need to better express your emotions. You need to nurture yourself and cleanse your emotions. Having cracked heels stands for your unexpressed masculine or feminine energy. You are going through a transitional phase. You have explored all your options and need to think outside the box. This dream points to anxieties about your performance and abilities. You need to take time out and pamper yourself. So it was really symbolic. I hadn't had something like that in a while. But now I'm like, yeah, the communication part. I guess I need to confront that too, right? I remember too, my sister-in-law said, she's just like, when I had asked her back then, when I was really struggling with it, she's just like, you didn't get closure. I'm like, yeah, I did. She's like, no, you didn't. She's like, no, you didn't. You didn't get closure. You didn't get closure, she said. I guess we'll see what happens. I just want to share that. This is an interesting dream. I hadn't dreamt about pooping in a long time. But I was happy about it. It's such a pretty restroom too. Alright. Good night.
Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.